We can expect our magic practices to change a little bit now that the North Node is in Pisces. The North Node is all about elevation. We're doing things differently. It's also kind of forcing us to get a little bit uncomfortable. There's new work coming through when it comes to spiritual practices. So look at everything that you're used to doing. Look at everything that also you're being asked to do a little bit differently now. Are there maybe some traditions that you're being asked to get rid of in your practice? Is there different things within your spiritual roots that no longer, for whatever reason, apply? Before Neptune and Saturn move into Aries in 2025, we are being asked to get really comfortable with transitioning where we've come from spiritually, both on an individual, collective, societal, ancestral. I said both, like there's only two. That's a lot. You know where we've been. We're being asked to look at that and really discern for ourselves what is working for us and what is not working for us and why. And then how are we able to elevate those practices, elevate ourselves, elevate the spirits, elevate us in our communities, in our spaces, in our people, places, all that good stuff. How are we able to elevate? Because again, North Node is elevation. So how are we able to elevate? Because once Neptune and Saturn move into Aries, okay, well, now there's a new order of spiritual things going on that's ruling over that North Node. So right now is about the transitionary period. We're going to have Saturn and Neptune in Aries for a while. They're going to retrograde. They're going to go back into Pisces towards the end of 2025. And then while the North Node is still in Pisces, they're going to re-enter 2026 into Aries. So for the next year and a half, while the North Node is in Pisces, we are simultaneously going through a process to process something, to process the spirits, to process our practice. We're simultaneously doing deconstruction work on where we've been while rebuilding what needs to be. When Saturn and Neptune are in Aries and then retrograde, okay, well, we're going to take some back steps and make sure that everything that we've built in the new fundamentals is actually working for us. Let's go back once they retrograde, once Saturn and Neptune retrograde back into Pisces later this year. Let's go back and look at where we've been. Do we need to bring anything else with us that we, for whatever reason, didn't think about the first time? Do we need some of those fundamentals that maybe we disregarded? Do we need to get back to some of the traditions that maybe we tried to get rid of or tried to elevate ourselves from? Maybe we thought we needed it at the time, and then we got to bring it back in to get the true, real, full, free elevation. That's what it is. So we got to move back into that. We got to be reminded. Then we're going to return and we're going to start building again. So just let it sink in. We got a lot of change that's coming through on a spiritual level. If you are a practitioner, more than likely, Spirit's already calling you to get up and get going. We got things to practice. We got things to work in. We got things to groove in and move in and do. We got a lot of new coming through. And right now, until, again, we basically like the eclipse at the end of March is going to be kind of a kickoff point for the changes and the new direction to start. Right now is a lot of transition with the old, really starting to create some new stuff based on removing ourselves from where we've been to help, again, elevate a position. Look to where your Pisces is in your chart, the house that it's in, any placement. That's what is working for you on a specific level. 12th house, check that out. What else is going on? Your Neptune, look at that. Look at your Neptune. And then any other crossovers of the 12th house, the Neptune, and Pisces. Go look at that. If you're wondering how it's going to affect you, if you're wondering what's going to direct you, you could look at your Aries stuff too to see what the news coming through, like what is that going to be for you, the first house. You could look at your rising sign. That's going to be how you're ushering in that new transition. And then also look at if you're looking at the Aries stuff, the new stuff, look at your Mars. That's going to teach you about your priorities within this. And then your first house and your Aries. Yeah, that's going to be the new stuff. Check it out if you want to. Some pretty good info. You'll be seeing some new stuff from me on these notes in the coming months. Spirit's already told me I'm not going to recognize myself 6 months from now, so I'm just going to be in the ride. That's where I am. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up your brew. Keep doing what you need to do. Talk to the spirits that help to elevate you. If you feel like you're a little bit lost in the sauce with this, okay? If we're with the sauce, we have to have a meal. Ground it. Talk to the spirits that will help to elevate you if you need it, if you need the help. You could even talk to the spirit of elevation. Hello, elevation. I do love you. Is there anything around, insert what you're working on or feeling about? Anything around that I could work on? Is anything I need help with this thing, elevation? There's a lot of different ways you could start that conversation, but get comfy talking to the spirit of elevation itself if you feel like it's necessary. I do that in my practice because listen, if you're looking at spiritual structure and order, this is gonna be extra homework, extracurricular if you stuck around this long for the video. If you look at different structures of gods or different structures of like those spirits, where it's like the one structure of mythology or one structure of spirits, right? There's always a god of love. Where did that God in that house or that structure go to learn about love? That God went to love, right? Okay, well, there's always, there's like reflections between the different like groups of gods or groups of spirits. So why don't you just go to love to learn? Why don't you just go to love to learn? Why don't you just go to magic to learn? Go to I call them the large spirits. If you can go to the large spirit, you talk to elevation. Listen, elevation, I need help with this elevation. What am I supposed to do? How am I going to move through it? Nurture your relationships with the large spirits. Because a lot of us come from a lot of different ancestral backgrounds. When we're working in community work, we may not always be working with other practitioners who are this for me, I'm going to speak on this. We're not always working with the people who work with me too. We're not always working with people from similar backgrounds of ancestry. So the large spirits are going to come in and cover kind of no matter what God structure that you come from. And then if you have gods in your practice or spirits in your practice, those are going to be, under those covers of the larger spirits that are in the work. Gorgeous, beautiful, grateful for that. Thank you, love. Thank you, the large spirits. I love you, the large spirits. That's really true. Yes, it is. It's really true. It's really, really true. Thank you, the large spirits. I love you. I love you. I love you. So gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Gratitude, reverence, and love to the large spirits who do come through in love, truth, free, honor, glory, elevation. Gratitude, reverence, love, and justice. I love you. Oh, yes, I do. Gratitude, reverence, and love to the highest spirit, the great mother spirit, the great father spirit, the highest mother spirit. That's true. Yep, the highest mother, the highest father spirit. That's true. Thank you. I love you. I sure do. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I already said it. I'm going to say it again. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you and the work that you do in love, truth, free, honor, glory, elevation. Gratitude, reverence, love, and justice. True, through and through. Gratitude, reverence, and love to the indigenous spirits of this earth where I sit, talk, walk, and stand, and where you are receiving these messages on the phone, on your hand, or if you're in a computer, wherever you're at receiving these messages. Gratitude, reverence, and love to those indigenous spirits that you are near and around, in the sky and on the ground. And gratitude, reverence, and love to the spirits that are true. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Keep on brewing and doing what you need to do. Serious spiritual changes on the societal level are happening in the next couple of years. And people who have a background in their spiritual work and in their spiritual transitions and positions, here we go. Here we go. You've been prepared for something? Here we go. And listen, I'm going to go too. So here we're going together. All right. It is clever to go together. Thanks, Spirit, for that one. That one came through several months ago. I love you, Spirit. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you again. I'll return. And then when I return, we'll be ready to learn some more. That's true. And I'll talk to you soon.